welcome back. So today is your last video in science. So please look at the microscope videos that I have attached here with the different cells under a microscope and observe those things. I hope you enjoyed all of the videos about the paramecium and the amoeba. It's like so wild. It's like as the amoeba is like encircling the paramecium, and then it surrounds both of those, and then they all of a sudden figure out they're inside something else and they start wiggling around. So cool how God designed all of these tiny little things that we don't even see, but he sees them because he designed it all. It's amazing. Today we're going to talk about tissues. Remember, a whole bunch of cells working together to do the same job are called tissue. So we have different kinds of tissue in our body that we're going to read about today. We have connective tissue, and we have epithelias, and I'm trying to remember the other kinds. Hang on. Connective muscle tissue and nerve tissue. Okay, so we are going to look at different tissues within our body that we have, and that is what we are looking at today. And these are all in your picture, all of the books in your all of the pictures in your book. All of the pictures in your book are actual pictures from a microscope, okay? They're dyed, usually it's to help you see them better. If you noticed, I think her name was Nicole. I can't remember. I think it was Nicole. It was something that started with an N anyway. She showed how she dyed the onion. She dyed her plaque too, remember? So she showed you the bacteria. But I think she dyed the onion as well, which made it easier to see all of the little cells that made up that onion skin. So even though you think you keep going smaller, it's still smaller still. Kind of like what we talked about with the solar system, how every time they think they have found all the planets and all the galaxies and all the stars, then they just keep finding more and more and more. All right? But God says, who can number the stars? Yeah, he can because he made them all, but we can't because we can't even find them all. So God is so amazing and so infinite and so powerful, and he knows everything, and he still loves you. He loves you so much. He knows how many hairs are on your head, and they fall out and they grow back, and he knows all of that. So Jesus is our Savior if you've accepted him into your heart and into your life. And he loves you. He loves you so much. It's just amazing. And God made you so incredible, and he made your body to be able to fix itself. And it's just incredible. It blows my mind every time I think about it. All right, so let's turn please to page 208. We're going to talk about the tissues. Remember, tissues is a whole bunch of cells together doing the same job. Okay? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about different tissues today. All right, a cell has the characteristics of a living thing. It needs food, it grows, it uses energy, and it reproduces. Remember we talked about that? That's called mitosis, when they split apart the cells, reproducing, yes? Sometimes a cell works alone. Single-cell creatures are examples of this. In most living things, though, groups of cells work together. A tissue is a group of cells all doing the same kind of work. There are two kinds of tissues that plants use to make more food. To make and move food. Sorry. I should probably put those on, shouldn't I? Okay. Xylem and phloem. Okay, so look at those two words. Xylem and phloem. All right. Are you ready? Say them with me. Xylem and phloem. All right. Xylem moves water from the roots. So think of a plant from the roots up to the leaves for photosynthesis. So that's the whole point of xylem. Xylem is just to move water. Okay. After the plant makes food, phloem moves the food to all the other places on the plant, parts of the plant. I know, I didn't. So you have the xylem, the xylem tissues pull the water up from the roots through up to the leaves of the plant. Yes? And then photosynthesis happens. And then all of a sudden, the phloem takes all the food that has been made, and its job is to push that food throughout the whole plant so the whole plant has nutrients so that it can grow and reproduce like God designed it to. All right? God gave people special kinds of tissue too. Epiphelia, connective, muscle, and nerve tissues are the four main kinds of tissue in the human body. Each type has an important job, and we're going to learn about those. So epithelia, they're inside your mouth and your cheek. Yeah, they're on your body, on your skin. Okay, you're going to find out every place that they are. All right, let's continue. Epiphelia. Epithelial tissue. Epithelial. Say that. Epithelial. Okay, it's a big word, yeah? Epithelial. Epiphelia tissue is smooth tissue. Its job is to provide covering and protection. The surface of your skin is this kind of tissue. Epithelial tissue also lines the inside of your mouth, throat, and parts of your lung. So if you take your finger, make sure it's clean first, and put it inside your mouth and rub on your cheek. See how smooth that is? That's epithelia. Epithelial tissue. Pretty cool. Very cool. Super, super smooth. Yes? Okay. Now the reason this part of your skin doesn't feel so smooth, even though it's the same kind of tissue, is because you have like hair here too, and you have other things going on. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's continue. The next kind of tissue. Are you ready? Connective tissue. So go ahead and say that. Connective tissue. It does what it sounds like, holds things together. Connective tissue holds parts of your body together. Connect, right? When you connect something like Legos, the Legos stay together, right? Same kind of idea. Connective tissue. Bones and fat are connective tissue. Blood is also a special kind of connective tissue. Your body has more connective tissue than any other kind. So your blood is connective tissue. Your bones are connective tissue. Yes? Holding things together. Okay? All right. And that's the major tissue that you have in your body is connective tissue. You have more connective tissue than any other tissue in your body. All right? All right. Muscle tissue allows your body to move. You can see and feel your muscles as they work. Other muscles, such as the ones that help you digest your food and cause your heart to beat, you cannot see. Whether they can be observed or not, all muscles are very important. Okay, so let's look at a couple of our muscles. So if you pull up your sleeve like this and make a muscle, you can see right here this muscle, and you can feel it too. So go ahead and do that. Ready? Feel it, see it. Okay? That's one of the easiest muscles to see. It's called your biceps. All right? And in the back, you have 3 muscles that are called your triceps. Tri is 3. Remember, we talked about that. Bi is 2. This is actually 2 muscles that make up your bicep. And then others you can't see, like your heart, which is a muscle, which is beating, but you can feel the results of it by your blood going through your veins, your carotid artery, which we've talked about and looked at. Okay, stand up. So go ahead and stand up, and if you're wearing shorts, you can see it. So look at your calf, which is the back of your leg, and lift up on your toes, and you can see your calf muscle. Yes? You can't see mine because it's way low, and I'd have to do something odd with the camera, like put it on the ground, I guess. So I pulled up my pant leg because I'm wearing jeans today. I know, I never wear jeans, but I am today. And so you can see that muscle too. Some muscles are smaller, so you can't see them through your skin. Okay, and some muscles are like inside you, so there's no way you can see them. All right, okay, let's continue, shall we? Nerve tissue carries messages between your brain and your body. The messages tell your body what is happening and what to do. They also allow you to respond to things around you. Nerve tissue has billions of tiny connecting fibers. These fibers talk to each other by passing signals back and forth. Okay, you can see connective tissue and the muscle tissue and the nerve tissue. Okay, you have a lot of nerve tissue in your brain because all the nerves eventually go there. Yes, so if you touch a hot thing and you pull your hand back really quick, that's your nerve tissue working. If you just turn the page in your book, your nerve tissue, your mind says, oh, turn the page, and your body does it. That is the nerves in your body. Again, when you have a lot of tissue working together, yes, doing the same job, it becomes an organ. And we've talked about our lungs, we've talked about our heart. Here's our liver, there's our stomach. And we've talked about these things, all right? So that's what we're going to look at now. We're going to look at organs, all right? So they have a picture in your book about upper body organs. So they have your brain, okay, which is like controls everything. And then they have your lungs and your heart and your stomach, which we've talked about all of these. Those are the ones in your body that they have in the book. All right, let's go ahead and look. A group of tissues working together to do a job is called an organ. Organs are the major parts of the body. One organ may use several different kinds of tissue. A good example is of an organ is your eye. So there's your eye, yeah? The outside of the eye is epithelial tissue. So close your eye and feel it. See how smooth that is? It's epithelial tissue. Yeah? Okay. A layer of connective tissue gives the eye flexibility. Muscle tissue focuses and moves the eye. The nerve tissue sends messages to the brain to tell what is seen. Each tissue in the eye has its own job, but the tissue also work together. When they all do their job, the eye can do its job. So if you look to the right and the left, up, down, or around, that is the muscles in your eye, the muscle tissue in your eye moving your eye around. Yes? The nerve, remember when we looked at we looked at the ear. But anyway, there's an optic nerve, because optic means seeing, that goes to your brain and tells you what you see. Did you know you see upside down? So when your eye looks at something, it's actually upside down. And then when it gets to your brain, the brain flips it the right way. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's continue, shall we? God gave your organs important jobs. Your eyes let you see. Your lungs allow you to breathe. Your heart pumps blood to your body. Your stomach helps you digest food. Your brain is the control center of your body. These are just a few of your many organs. Remember we talked about kidneys and liver. That's just to name two. Systems. A group of organs working together makes a system. One system in your body is the digestive system, which we've talked about before as well. The stomach is part of the system, but other organs are as well. The tongue, the esophagus, the liver, the small and large intestine work together with the stomach to digest your food. Remember we talked about it starts digesting in your mouth. As you're chewing, the saliva starts breaking it down right away. And then you swallow it and it just keeps breaking down into small cells that your body can use for energy. Cells make up tissues. Tissues form organs. Organs work together to form systems, which is what we've talked about and I've drawn on the board numerous times. And there it is. Cells, a bunch of cells working together makes tissues. A bunch of tissues working together makes organs. A bunch of organs working together makes systems. Each part of the body has its own job as it works together with other parts. You and your parents need to understand how the parts of your body work to be able to keep you healthy. Okay? Doctors need to understand how the body works so that they can give you proper care when your body is not well. And look at that, we are at the very end of the chapter. Can you believe it? Super fast chapter. This is like, I think this is the shortest. Skin might be shorter even, but I'm not sure. So today is the last video. So yay, you're done with videos for the week for science. So what you need to do is the worksheets. So each day it tells you which worksheets to do. There's a lot of worksheets, so I didn't want to give them all to you on the same day. So please look at what it says to do. Okay. You are going to be doing the edible cell on Friday, but there's things your parents might need to go buy if you don't have them in the house. So please show your parents the edible cell page, which is page 206 and 207. See, 206, 207. Yeah. 206, 207. And this is your supplies list in the, what do we call that, tan box? Okay, so there's your supplies list. Please make sure you show this to your parents in case they need to go get you some supplies. All right? Some things you'll have in your house, you know, like water. Okay? They don't have to get gelatin powder if they just want to get any kind of jello. That's fine. All right? You're going to make a cell at home. It's going to have a cell membrane. It's going to have the cytoplasm. It's going to have the nucleus. All right? So look at that and see what you might need to go get. All right, we usually do that in class, but since we aren't in class, you could do it at home. All right? All right, so have a great rest of your week, and I will see you Monday. All right, bye, guys.